It's showtime. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Tarot C. Let me know if you can hear me. I think it sounded like the microphone was working earlier, so hopefully that's still the case. Um, Let me see. I won't. I won't. I'll try not to say hello to people individually because I know you're all there and you all chat amongst yourselves, which is fantastic. Um, but if anyone's got a question, let me know. But today I thought I wanted to go through, Instagram a little bit. Um, so you'll be okay with that. I'm sure you'll love it. because there's there's some really intense bullshit going on there. So can't wait to do that. Um like let me just pop it up on the screen. Instagram. Love it. Um, as you see, so this is where were we last week? We were here last week, weren't we? We were with the dog. Yes, because I think this stuff happened later, didn't it? I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. Can you hear the chair squeaking? I'm just trying to get comfortable in my chair. Let me check. Oh, let's just cover some. So first of all, I'm testing today whether if Rumble, like I'm doing a multi broadcast, whatever you call it, multi stream. So it's going to go. It's going to be here on YouTube, and it's going to go to Rumble. Now you've got the choice. I don't think at this point. I don't think I'm going to delete Tarot Seed just for the moment. I need to see how other things go. So during the week, I did a reading on Nancy Guthrie that came into my mind, into my sphere. Now, again, it's one of those things like I don't really know much about this, but it just popped into my mind because I'd heard it on our local news, like this had happened. So I just thought I'd ask the cards. So as I've asked the cards, as I've done it, then 12 hours or 24 hours later, I sort of picked up Jose Enrique and Roses. Like he did a video, I watched that, and so then I went, oh, so like 24 hours later, I did a part two because I wanted to sort of ask the cards a little bit about sort of confirmation because the first read was a bit I didn't know. So now that I know a little bit, and what do you know? Like heavens to Betsy, like the same cards came out. I was chatting to my friend Happink, and because she was asking, why did you do that? Why did where did that come from? So explained, and then while we were chatting, like I did the cards, and then I had to take a photo for her, and I said, I can't believe it, the same cards came out. So that made me think that the cards that I had pulled, like obviously the energy around Nancy and Savannah hasn't changed. So that's why yesterday afternoon, I was kind of like, I did the Nancy Guthrie. So, yeah, the cards, I'm a little bit, so I've got to learn how to deliver this news. I mean, you can see for yourselves, like that the candle is extinguished. I think that's what. Now, I could be wrong. Of course, of course, I can be wrong. Um, I feel I feel there's been an accident. I feel there's been some a terrible some terrible bad luck on Nancy's behalf. The candle extinguished though is not that's not a horrible. I think it's kind of like let go. It's a release. It's a just for the moment. At the moment, let what was the I can't remember what it was now. Like it's not a. Well, I suppose it's tragic. I suppose if it's Nancy's energy, she's like released of earthly worries in that sense. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a kind of a peaceful card, but she's definitely, well, from my perspective, from the cards, I'm going to talk for the cards. They're feeling that the flames extinguished, but could mean something else. But that's how I read the card, and I don't wanna say it because I don't want it whatever I'm starting to learn, like, with these things, it's important to note how things read when they're read out loud, like, so in a transcript or, like so, you'll notice in that video, I didn't actually say anything, I just showed you what I think the cards are saying and to do with the teacher. I think the image, it's to do with the card and the person. So let's just see how the what happens in the news. But the time card came out, so I do think this will take some time. The cards are saying that the lie won't be exposed for some time. Now, I think I got a feeling, and it's a bit hard. Oh, what I should do is, I know what I do, because my Photoshop, I'm having problems with Photoshop. I can't open files. I've I've got to do something with my computer. There's something not right. Let me just go. I can do it this way. I can go. I can open it. Let me go. Cards. Oh no, here we go. Um, and we'll go to RGB. This is the card that has come up, and why I said they might have been building something together. It is this one, time to build. So this is the card that came up a bit, and immediately I'm getting shivers right now. Like there's something. I saw this guy. Now, you know, these cards, because they're images, like it's not always the case that the card's speaking just the words that I've written. Sometimes it's about the image and the way that the image conveys a message. So what I felt about Nancy was because that I felt like this guy's pointing to a building that's being constructed. And so and I was drawn to the picture of the plans, and that's why I thought, I'm not sure. I don't know what their investments are. I don't know what they're doing. I felt like I felt this was off plan, like it wasn't necessarily the plan. And so I feel like, and I don't know what Phoenix, Arizona is. It does she live in? I think it's Phoenix, Arizona. What I felt was a work site or a construction site. I don't know. That's what I felt. Um, I mean, it's multi-layered. Um, I'm not sure if that's what the card was kind of conveying to me. Um, I, mm, yeah, Tucson. Oh, great. Thank you, Just a Jen. Just a gem. You should be a gem, my darling. Um, yeah. Anyway, I won't. We won't delve too much into Nancy, but like I might have to do an actual proper video, like because I like the little short ones, um, just to get a little message out there. But we might do it. Well, if we've got time later, we might. But today I'm not really feeling Nancy energy for some reason. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, just wanted to go over that with you. So are we right? I'll leave that page because I might need to refer to to cards later. So my friends, let's start with this BS. So yes, we did that's right. I think, was it Hapink that mentioned we did the chocolates last time? Wasn't that a gem, finding those chocolates? Um, I think Lady Peony here, I think she's been involved with quite a few things outside of this Instagram. Just a feeling I have. I feel these chocolates, and I do feel there is a cartoon show that started in 2019, which has some very interesting, very, very interesting connections. But right now, if we were to do it, I'd be discovering we'd be discovering it together. Might not be a bad idea, but I just feel that I should probably watch it or try and get a lowdown of what this cartoon is about. On the surface, actually, I can show you on the surface. I'll show you on the surface because it's quite. I'll leave the card. Let's go to. Here it is, because I looked at it last night. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. And this is why I think it would be very interesting to have a little bit of a look at this before we delve in it too much. But there's this show that's been created. Now, does it say when it was? I'll have to look. Season 1. So there's only 2 seasons of it. And it's called Has Been Hotel. The Has Been Hotel. The Has Been Hotel is about, well, the character is about Lilith. Lilith and some very creepy characters that to do with the hotel. Now, the reason we need to be a little bit careful is it's kind of R-rated. It's an R-rated cartoon, really over with sexual themes. There are some characters. Has Been Hotel. The reason is because I'm not the only person in the world that calls Harry Has Been. So I just found, and I can't remember, I was chatting to Hapink, and we sort of stumbled across. See, everyone, yes, the wallpaper and the hotel wallpaper. And this show is about we have to be careful, sexual overtones. It's about horny devils. horny devils. Now, if I haven't so the character is Lilith, the queen. So Lilith is the queen of hell, right? Now, I'm not sure if we've gone over that together. You may have worked it out through when a couple of the little shorts that I've done, like if you haven't sort of worked out. So, but very, very quick lesson is that Lilith, so when God created the Garden of Eden, so he did make Eve. We all know that. What I didn't know, and what possibly you don't know, is that before he created Eve, he had created another woman for Adam. Her name was Lilith. And I don't know the whole story, but something went wrong with Lilith, and Lilith was banished from the garden. And Lilith, there's lots of things that Lilith is associated with. So let me just, a couple of things. Lilith is associated with hounds, like the goddess Diana. Now, don't get too confused. I know my friend Happink is very confused about this, but I'm workshopping it with her. What we all need to understand, a lot of these gods and entities, etc., as time went by, different civilizations took these energies and they gave them different names, right? So Diana is not the queen of hell, but Lilith is. But Lilith and Diana have similar attributes. Lilith also has hound. She has a hound. She's associated with dogs. She's associated with the underworld, the same as Persephone for the Greeks. Persephone has, her symbol is the pomegranate, for instance. It's associated with Persephone. Persephone lives but see, the difference with Persephone is she lives in the underworld, but she comes out in summer. So she lives 6 months of the time. She's associated with Hades. Hades is the god or the king of hell or the underworld. So we have multiple gods because we're looking at things from here in 2026, right? But we have to go back in time to when these things were first created. So you may think, or you may feel like, oh, I've seen that before. So also, because she lives in hell, she's horned. She's a horned goddess. She's associated with apples and pomegranates. So yes, she became the queen because she's associated with, and now some are going to call him Moloch. He's kind of like Baal, Baal. So the Greeks called him Hades. Christians later called him Lucifer, so Satan. So there's all sorts of, it's multi-layered, right? But I just had to explain that because you're going to hear Lilith. So I want you to understand. So the other thing that Lilith, so different from Diana, etc. So they've got hounds associated to them, and they also have birds associated with them, and the bird that's associated with Lilith is the owl. Now, I don't want you to think that owls are evil, because the goddess Athena in Greek has an owl. The owl represented wisdom, because owls can see at night. They can see through things. They can see, through darkness. They have the ability to see and to fly, as they are messengers, right? So don't think just because Lilith transforms into an owl that owls are evil, right? We've got to. I want you to really stop the automatic response of that must be bad, good and bad. Yes, it's about what we need to start thinking now more and more is about the intention. What was the person's intention? What is the God's intention, etc., for trying to evoke certain animals or align themselves with certain things. It's their intention. So if you see someone aligning themselves with birds, it's more about messages. Because and it's also the feather. If you see the feather, it's about the message from the bird that comes from another realm, like heaven or beyond. So just want to make that little lesson for the day because you will start to hear more about Lilith, and we need to understand the intentions of the people who would communicate Lilith. Okay, let me see. I'm just I won't I'll leave you to just a Jen. I will. Okay. Just a Jen said. She said, "Oh my God, that's a shame. I love pomegranates." Listen, Jen, and everyone else. Again, this is why we need to be careful. The pomegranate is associated with okay, we'll do this because I need to explain why the pomegranate is associated with Lilith. Right. If you look here in Australia, we have hospitals called St. John of God. Very, really, like they were started by the Catholic Church, really great hospitals, beautiful hospitals. They do a fantastic job. The logo of St. John of God is a crucifix and the pomegranate. The pomegranate actually represents many things. Do not Jamsters, I'm telling you now, don't start thinking things are bad just because they're associated with certain things. There's many layers to their meaning. The pomegranate, right? We've talked about the Garden of Eden and we've talked about apricots. So, in some places in the Mediterranean, they believe that the fruit that that Eve ate, was an apricot. Later on, as more colder climates, as Christianity grew, as it sort of spread, they gave meaning, they sort of changed the meaning. So it became an apple. But originally, like in some places, and I think this is more it's still Mediterranean, but like say the Egyptians, etc., like in certain parts of the Mediterranean, like the hotter parts, the tree in the Garden of Eden was a pomegranate. And so so for many people, for many cultures, it's actually the pomegranate that was the fruit that they ate off the tree of knowledge. And that's why Lilith is associated with pomegranates. It's because she was the first woman in Eden. So I need to do a little bit of homework about this because I'm not sure how they explain. And obviously, as Christianity then started, and there was the uh, the Council of Nicosia. I can't pronounce it, but there was the Great Council that Constantine had put together in Nicosia. I think it's Nicosia. They sort of decided which gospels they were going to use in the etc. They were going to formalize the Christian faith, but it had taken many things from different other pagan religions, etc. That had existed previously. So I don't know. So they must have deleted the Lilith part, but there are, and I think it's more along original Jewish kind of beliefs that they believed that Lilith was the first woman in the garden. But notice, people, have we noticed something? It always comes back to the Garden of Eden. We're back at the Garden of Eden. So let me I think we'll do this cartoon business a bit later because I am interested to go here. I mean, because of the whole sexual thing. and you can see, is there images? Let me check the images. So yeah, see, so we've got these horned gods. You'll see the Garden of Eden. We've got this tree, the tree of knowledge. So they're all very similar themes. Um, you'll see bulls. You'll see, yeah. But there is a character. I don't know if we'll see it here. I did notice there was a character that looked like a fox. And well, I call it a fox. It looks like a fox. I can't see it now. Um, Lilith and Adam. So it's. I don't know why. I really don't know where these people come up with this stuff. But there's lots of things here, like the harp. It's very interesting. It's yeah, to me, I just find this extraordinary that we just found this. But there is something about that they were. Uh, I'm not doing it any justice. I need to actually because the storyline is about being banished from their home, and this happens in 2000. This happened around the time of Megxit. So I feel that I feel like there is a yeah. What does that look like? You know what I mean? It's just like um yeah. I'll find out who the that see this. Um it's just cray cray. It's a little bit cray cray, and I do have an urge to find out a little bit more about this. Oh, actually, let me go. Let me do this because now I before we go on to Instagram, but like I hope you don't mind me just go on the fly, just trying to, trying to do all of this. Let me just quickly, we need to go to, where am I going to find it? It's actually in YouTube. YouTube Shorts. The jar spell. Oh, it's the symbols. Can I just talk to you about these? People, we have discussed these symbols on the jar. I wanted to talk to you about I saw it here, and it just it just occurred to me that we need to sort of talk about. I was just looking at an image and there was all these symbols on it, and I said to you there was a harp. I will find it in a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I hear this. Remember when we first discussed the jar and the symbols, I mentioned to you that one of the symbols on the jar looked like the harp of Apollo. This is the harp. I'm sort of circling here. This is the harp. This is the harp. Now, in connection to that cartoon, I came to a realization the other morning that remember in the very, very first video I ever did, I mentioned that it was very strange that I had read this symbol as Apollo. Apollo, you know, Apollo is known as the horned god, but Apollo really is the sun. So at a stretch, I sort of went with Apollo because I thought I said to you, whatever it was a very, very strong male symbol. This was male and this was female, right? So that was correct. I think I'm correct there. I and also because I saw the harp, I was thinking Apollo. So I thought the sun, and because there was Apollo, the sun. This very strong female, the Celtic knot, the triple goddess. And remember, then I said she put the horns of Aries on top of it. And I thought, so how it read to me was warrior princess. Like it reads to me as warrior goddess, actually. Now, a year later, now we've gone down this track. Now that I've learnt a little bit about the goddess Lilith, I can now see my thought has changed. It's been evolved. It's adapted and evolved. I wasn't. I don't think I wasn't wrong in the sense that they were gods. I think that, and I think this is very tricky because there are times because of her son Archie and Archer, like the son of the energy of the sun, that can read as Apollo, but the symbol is Taurus. I'll just go Taurus and star sign. Taurus star sign. So Taurus, the start, the see the start. This is Taurus, the bull. We've seen the bull in connection to the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Who suggested that symbol? Who suggested the bull? Who worked on the Birmingham Commonwealth Games? Are they? So that person, so Taurus, the bull, Taurus, the bull, and we've done videos, is Moloch or Baal. So this symbol is Baal, and we've just discussed getting massive, massive goosebumps as I'm saying this. Have to take a deep breath. So if that's Baal, if that's Taurus, and this is the underworld, then he is the king of the underworld. He's like Satan. And who is the queen of the underworld? Oh, a goddess with horns, Lilith. So I'm getting massive. I don't know if it's the person, the person that stands next to me and sometimes puts a hand on my shoulder. I'm not sure. I think I'm getting so many goose pimples that are what I'm about to say to you. This could be, if we read this as the sun, if we read this as Apollo, I'm telling you, it's a horned god, Taurus, the bull. It could be Baal. It could also be Apollo because there's this harp. It could be Apollo. Apollo, the energy of the sun is Arche. So, oh goodness, look at my arm. Oh dear. Archie. And who is the goddess of the underworld? Lilith. Archie and Lilith. The energies of Archie, the origins of Archie and Lilith. Do you see? At this right now, at this point, that's how it's another message. As I said, I don't know. I don't know 100%. I'm just reading. I'm just looking and seeing. I'm looking and seeing, and that's now the connections. So what it actually means to me, my interpretation is that when they chose the names of the children, they were very, very, what's the word? Intentional. The names have meanings. The names have meanings to the symbols on the jar. Is that, come on, is that the craziest thing that you've ever seen in your whole life? That a couple of kids from a pack of dickheads end up with names that can be associated with symbols on a jar of fucking jam. How did that happen? Not only that, but they're but the symbols are also connected to the king and queen of hell. Someone mentioned QE2. My ideas are changing rapidly. I am. Uh, did the jam? No, the jam came out after she'd gone. But people know. I'm. People know. I'm going to play. People know about the symbols. They know about these symbols. So I I'm just going to we're just going to sit here and just look at these for just absorb, really think about it, like really understand. Let your really women, let understand with your intuition, like what is going on with that bloody strawberry jam. Did you think a year ago that we would arrive at the point where we can now associate things that she drew on that label with? Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a person, I don't like delving into things that are like even the Epstein file. Like there are things that I just I don't want to know. There's just, but I know that it's happening. And it's just like, it's soul destroying that these people think they can do this shit. And what's worse is that there's no one that, I think someone is coming that will help. I think someone's coming. But right now, there's no one on the planet. There is no one on the planet that has the moral fiber to say, I'm not saying they have to be Christian, I'm not saying, but there's no one that can sort of say, stop. This stuff is rubbish and it needs to stop. So maybe we're going to do the meditation. Look, I'm doing it. It's just that I'm not sure how to present it. And I think what I'm going to do, it's going to be voice only, because you don't really need to watch anything. You just need to listen to my voice. So this revelation came last night, because a couple of, actually, was it 2 or 3? Yesterday I received 3 messages from Jam Stars that emailed me telling me that I should change, that why don't I have a look at changing my name? And I went, so you will notice, like, this is we're just going to try it. I typed here, instead of jammy, I wrote Bubo, because I think you're right. I'm going to say, Jamsters, I think you're right. The fact that 3 of you independently contacted me to tell me, like, maybe you need to change the name Jam. I was driving around. I was with mum yesterday. We were driving and I was with mum. I didn't talk to her about it, but then I just realized, you know what? Maybe these women in my life are right. And, so Jam Stars, I'm going to listen to you. And I think you're right. I think Tarot C, I'm gonna leave, but my name, I think, is going to be Bubo for now. Like, I'm just trialing it out. I really love this name. It was actually Bubo Vates, and Vates. So Bubo means seer, and well, it's like actually Bubo is like it's a Latin nickname for owl, but it's the seeing. It's and Vates means seeing. So I'm going to. That's why I don't want you to think that it's negative. Owls are not negative. I think owls. You know what? We have a cocky. We have a Corella. Um, she's beautiful, and I've always wanted a an owl. I think owls are one of the most gorgeous birds. I love them. So that's why this Latin bubo is owl, and vates is seer, and it's like a spiritual seer. So I'm just going to go bubo for the moment. So look, of course, if you call me Jam, that I'm not. That's fine, but I just need to change the energy a little bit, and so for now, it's bubo. That's why. And I know it's going to be hard to get used to. It really will. But look, don't worry. We're going to relax. We're just going to relax. We're going to you just take some deep breaths. I'm still Jam. You can still call me Jam. I'm still Jam. I'm not offended. But let's just, for now, when you look, all I'm saying is if you see Bubo, you know who it is. Okay? And you're still Jam stars. You're not Bubo stars. All right. Oh dear. So let's and I like Bubo, because Bubo connects with seeing and tarot C. Bubo is a seer. So I liked that little connection too. All right. Let me Jam Bubo stars, where were we? Oh, yeah, we were, yes. I'm just having a little read of your messages, and let's just go back. Okay, are we ready for Instagram? Look, immediately I understand Red Valentine's Day. Totally understand it. Do you understand this? Do we understand this? I don't understand why she's hiding her face. I mean, it's a stupid campaign anyway. So, yes, I can understand why she would want to hide her face or put her face to it. There are some rather disturbing, well, not disturbing. You know what really pisses me off? Like, really, really pisses me off. Let me just put it so we can see. What's with these hand gestures? These stiff, awkward fingers. I can't really. No, it doesn't work when on Instagram. It doesn't work when I zoom in. Oh, what I did last time, I think, was I did a screenshot. Oh, that's what I did. Yes. So this works. What's that? Is this a cry? What is that hand? Girl, I'm glad you still got your screw gold, your your ghost prison, your spirit prison bracelet. Um, Again, the diamond is off to the side. Girls, if you had a chunky rock on your finger, why would you wear it to the side? There's a reason, and I need to. I'm just wondering if anyone in the comments, are there any of the women, girls? Why do you wear a diamond off to the side like that? Because she also does it with the menu. That's a claw. Yeah. Well, yeah, it just doesn't look right. Because she's holding a ribbon. It looks like she's holding a broom, but like I mean, it looks stiff. The ring could be big. So do you reckon it's so big, Silver, that it's too, yeah, the rock just slips, it falls off. Oh, it's big, like, yes, it's too big for her hand. So you're saying it's too big for her finger. So it's right. Too much Ozempic. Is that what you're saying, girls? Hmm. Because I was just wondering, does it does it mean something? Does she need her ring tightened? Her ring might be too loose. I'm just saying there's probably, it's been, her ring's probably been it's overused, so it just slips off to the side because there's no friction left in her ring. It's just she needs a ring tighten. Okay. The other thing was I noticed this olive tree. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. The olive tree. Big deal. The face, and big deal. So one. Let me just quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 red balloons. 1, 2. I don't know if there's one behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't believe there's one behind. Let me do this. I don't believe there's one behind, but I can try and. So that belongs to that. There could be one behind. There could be one behind because these are all associated to a balloon, but there is this one at the back. There could be a balloon at the back. There could be a balloon sitting there. 11 balloons. Let's say 11. Nadia says 11 guaranteed. 11. Aren't the balloons orange? Well, you know what happens, Silver? When you blow up balloons, they kind of go lighter than, when they're in the bag, when they're uninflated, they are a color. And then when you inflate them, they kind of blow. My guess, do we give it to Silver that they're orange? I feel they're red. They look orange. Okay. Are they scarlet? See, the theme is red, so well, this is kind of raspberry. Yeah. Okay. I'll lay off the balloons because they could be orange. Her shoes are red. What's the other photo here? Oh, sweet surprise, keepsake. This whole idea of keepsake, packaging. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. My sister keeps packaging, and like I stumble across like just cupboards full of shit, like because she just doesn't throw anything away. There's nothing that infuriates me more than the idea of keepsake packaging. Because what's keepsake about this rubbish? The box. Um, what keepsake? I don't know. That's just like, is it supposed to be I don't know. Maybe it's an attempt at environmentalism. So 11 balloons tied to a jar of strawberry jam. But okay, there's more to this. Oh dear. There is something. Let me sorry, one moment. Let me just now let me let's have a look at this. See if I can find it. Ah, yes. Now, this is very interesting. I had never made this connection. So, we need to look at images. So, once upon a time, let me just, I'm going to turn these off because we've sort of discussed those. We're not going to go back to those. Let's talk about this, and this. So, Audrey Hepburn in a little black dress being photographed with Audrey Hepburn does this photo shoot with these balloons in Paris. Paris. Audrey Hepburn, little black dress and balloons. Not all red balloons, but some red balloons. Now, when I did the little video with the menu and the hat, I had chosen there's a photo of Audrey Hepburn with a hat with a similar shape. Now, one of the jamsters, and I believe it was Silver Moon, sort of in passing said, "Oh, why did you pick a picture of Audrey Hepburn?" I don't know. It was just the hat, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, why did you pick Audrey Hepburn? Because Audrey Hepburn has nothing to do with Shapey. And then, so I sort of thought about it, but because Silver Moon had mentioned it, I kept thinking about it, and I think Silver Moon came from it from the aspect of, Audrey Hepburn, divine, like love her. I do too, love her, love Audrey Hepburn, and I went, oh, what a pity that I had made that connection. I really did. I honestly did think, what a pity that Boobo, that you made that connection. You made a boo-boo. Boobo made a boo-boo and made a connection between Markle, the debacle, and Audrey Hepburn. Well, what I didn't know was, let's just go Audrey. Let me just go Audrey Hepburn and I just want to see if we can find some images, because oh, my typing is so terrible. Let me just see if we can find some images. Now, this is what I didn't know, what I learnt during the week, that there's been many times that people on social media have connected, had made a connection with Audrey Hepburn and Victoria Beckham. Because Victoria Beckham, I'm getting the goose pimples, they're getting the thing on my shoulder. Victoria Beckham is quite, she loves Audrey Hepburn and loves Audrey Hepburn's style. Victoria, let that sink in for a moment. Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham has always said that she loves to channel Audrey Hepburn style. Here they are here. I can't see dates, but it's well known. Well, I didn't know it, but people that follow fashion, that do follow Victoria Beckham, will know the connection between Audrey Hepburn and Victoria Beckham. I didn't know that. So let's just plant that little seed right now. So so here's Audrey Hepburn with the balloons. Oh, here's cosplay with the balloon. You look exactly the same, sweetheart. Oh my God, if I just squint my eyes, I see Audrey Hepburn. Shapey, you miserable cosplaying witch. What the hell do you think you're doing? But this message is not, this message was not, this message is, I'll tell you another message. I'll tell you another message. Let me just go, because now it's all starting to, the whole Beckham thing is starting to make sense. Let me just go, let me go, Meghan Markle. Because now I understand this. Meghan Markle gets married in a Givenchy dress, right? At the time, I remember watching this wedding, and they're looking at the dress. Oh, it's a Givenchy, and the TV presenters are even saying, "Oh, she used, she didn't use an English designer. She used a French, she used Givenchy." Well, yes, because we didn't know at the time that this was all to do with this. It was Audrey Hepburn Givenchy, but who is the message actually for? She got married in I'm totally guessing that she got married in a Givenchy dress because she wanted to send, I'm sure the palace and the people palace, the grey suits, people would have told her, please use it would be a great idea if you used an English designer, seeing you're getting married in England and you'll be part of the English royal family. And she went, no way. It's got to be French. It's got to be Givenchy. And why does it have to be Givenchy? Because, also David Beckham flew out to Australia for Invictus Games, and then Harry snubbed him because we've got to find a witchy name for this person. The dove, the white dove, because the white dove told him, well, can someone invent a witch code word for this? I have a feeling that the reason David Beckham was snubbed at Invictus, and the reason why she had to wear a Givenchy dress to send a message, was because, and I'm going to ask the question, we won't know the answer to this question. It's behind the scenes. Did David Beckham tell Harry not to marry her? Did David Beckham have a word in Harry's? Did they have a word in Harry's shoulder, in his ear, and say, "Listen, mate, not a good look. You could do better." I wonder if that's the situation. Um, because to me, knowing now the connection between Audrey Hepburn, Givenchy, and Victoria Beckham, and now all the BS, all that stupid BS with Victoria's, stupid son. There's things that he is. Uh, I'm not a Victoria fan, but oh my goodness, that boy, what a numbskull. He must wake up in the morning and scratch his head and not know what he's scratching, because I'm sure his skull is very numb. And so this stuff that's happening with her son, and the and the daughter-in-law, etc., and the fact that Harry and Shapey have something to do with her son. It's all kind of falling into place. Okay. How are we going for time? Ooh, we need to come on, Bubo. We need to focus, because I really want to talk to you about this. I'll just blow it up. Okay. Red napkin. So this is obviously the Shapey page. Red, strawberry jam, strawberry spread. Let me just quickly. Yes, there's only one, Jen's correct. There's only one glove, which makes me wonder what the message of the glove is. Is the glove a gauntlet? That's what I was thinking. Gloves are off, or one glove is off. And I think that is important. So this is her evil eye bracelet. Sorry. Not bracelet, pendant. I think we have seen this before in, whoops. Why can't I? That's that eye, the evil eye. We've seen that before. Strawberry evil eye. Little spoon. I'm not. So definitely the glove and the napkin, satin undies, like luxurious. But the thing that's really interesting is it caught my eye immediately. The image caught my eye. And I'll tell you the other thing that caught my eye, because it's really disturbing. It's really, really disturbing. And for someone that's gone to a great detail to style a photo, why can't I? How do I? So we have this bottle of cologne, which I'm sure smells like dry piss. And on this, here, the harp, we've talked about the harp this morning. This is a polo. There's two pillars. And there's this goddess. This goddess, I will assume, is Artemis, because Artemis is always, in this context, in a Greek context, it's Artemis. Now it's obviously some cologne, smells, I don't know if it's herbal, whatever. Can someone please explain? I just um and the oil. Oh, it's oil, is it? It's a rose body oil. Uh, okay, this is an oil rub, is it? I think that's. Oh, yeah, yes, I think so. Okay, what I wanted to say, you can see all the symbolism. Can someone explain to me this top? It's massage oil, right? It's Apollo and Artemis massage oil. Can someone explain the lid? This is very intentional. It's very, and I need to understand why the lid is half, it's like someone's tampered with it. Can you see that? Let me just pop that out the way for a second. So we have a situation, we've got massage oil and a spoon. Is the spoon two and one strawberry? You know what I do? I think I have a feeling because she asks, which one are you? Are you strawberry or raspberry? Are you strawberry or we haven't spoken about raspberry yet. We will come to raspberry. This is a gauntlet. This is the way I'm reading it. This is a the gloves are off. This is a gauntlet. Actually, people, I think there's two gloves here because I can see here there's one under the other, and see here there's two. There's it's a pair of gloves. So the gloves are off. You can see it. There's a one underneath. The gloves are off. It's strawberry and everything related to the strawberry, who wanted to be a strawberry. The jar spelled the strawberry, one strawberry, not two. We've seen three, not two. Massage oil, a spoon, and we know who this pendant belongs to. And we know, so I'm, the way that I'm reading this is that I'm reading this as satin sheets. I know it's a napkin. It's either like to me it has a real kind of lingerie kind of feel. I don't know why. It just has, and it's like it reads as satin, a pair of satin, like in petticoat or sheets. I'm going to say sheets. I'm going to say this is the pendant belongs to the person that wore that pendant many times in the early days, like in 2018, 2017, 2018. That's who the pendant belongs to. I'm not sure. Are you asking that seriously? Like, hang on. It's very early Jam Scam days. Meghan Markle. It's a pendant. Here she is. The evil eye pendant that she's worn. There's many. There's quite a few designs that she's worn. Yeah, there's a couple of them. This is one of the classic ones. See how there was a couple of them that she had worn. Well, someone was selling them on, and there's also this little thing here, which is very similar to. Let me just pop this on the screen. It's very similar to this. So we know who that pendant belongs to. So this is obviously her. She's red. She's erotic. She's royal. She was made royal. Remember, strawberries are a symbol of dukedom. Ducal coronets have strawberry leaves on them. So she's a duchess. Her husband is a strawberry, is a duke. She loves to have a spread. She loves massaging. And this is the message that I'm reading. Now, it's my guess. Please make up your own make your own conclusions, do your own research. I suggest that the reason the massage bottle is it has been opened. The massage oil has been used. The massage oil has been used, and what's on the massage oil? Oh, Apollo, the sun god. Who did what are you saying? Did you massage? Did you massage Apollo? And think back to some of my shorts where we've made some important connections to the sun and Louis XIV and the royals' obsessions with the sun and being the sun king. Is that what this message is saying? It's something that I have spoken about a couple of times, and I've been a little bit like, I'm not sure. It's just a guess. This message, this red message about red is the power, is very sexual as well. It's root chakra, right? So root chakra red. Who did you root? Who did you root with massage oil? Because by having it semi-open means that it was used. So who are the gloves off for, sweetheart? Let's go to raspberry. Raspberry. So which one are you? Are you strawberry or raspberry? So this is a competition between strawberries and raspberries. Now, I found out through my friend Happink that this object here, you already might know it. I didn't know it, so I'm happy that I got told. This is a lipstick. That's a lipstick. And raspberry. Who do we associate raspberries with? And isn't there a story between raspberry and strawberry that she didn't let me use her lip gloss? And fell asleep here, Sleeping Beauty. Raspberry, the hummingbird. Oh, I'm pretty sure raspberry is white chocolate. I'll just want to confirm it. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It's dark chocolate. It's, I just got the goosebumps. Sea salt. She's cleansing. She's such a witch. She's such a witch, and she's put a hummingbird in this one. So there's raspberries, such a witch. I have mentioned to you many times, this is very strange because I said, if anyone, do you remember me saying, if anyone could get in contact with Catherine, and I said to her, I think it's a couple of times I've said, if anyone could actually get in contact with Catherine, could you tell her to like start laying salt in the doorways and like doing a salt cleanse to get rid of bad juju? This chocolate is raspberry and sea salt. I'm getting goosebumps. Goosebumps because my association with raspberry, anytime in Australia, I'm not sure in other parts of the world, in Australia, whenever you have a raspberry flavor, it's normally raspberry and white chocolate, like in muffins, etc. That's what I associate. That's me. Obviously, there are, I just didn't realize that it was dark chocolate. I thought it was white, and I thought she was making some sort of comment about being white. But that's interesting. But what I picked up was the sea salt, the cleanse. She's cleansing herself. Now, the other thing is that I want you to have a look at, we're going to have a look at these. Hang on, before we do that, what is this? I know what it is. It's supposed to be a handbag. It doesn't have a handle. Um, does anyone know what this looks like? I don't want to. I don't want to sound. I really don't want to sound like a dirty old man. I don't. I I don't want to sound like a dirty old man because all of a sudden I got drawn to that bag, and the moment I started looking at it, I got a feeling that that bag, Bottega Veneta bag. All right, you guys know the brand. Um, I'm not sure of it. I really don't know all the connotations of that brand and that bag, and I just thought it was kind of strange that it doesn't have handles. I'm getting. This is what I think I'll show it to you, so that I'll just show you. Let's go, because I maybe we'll be able to pick it up. Oh, why isn't it working? Oh, remember, I know this is going to sound really nasty, but just bear with me one moment, okay? We just gotta. Does that bag give you kind of like this vibe? I mean, yeah, you're all adult women, like you all kind of know where I'm going with this. Does that look like, I'm just I'm just having a sensation. Is she referring? I don't understand what this is doing here, if not to try and communicate a part of the, is it to look like an asshole? or yeah, I'm that's what I I really hope that one day the universe slaps you in the face, Shapey. I really do. I really hope. All I can ask, I'm just hoping the universe gives you what you deserve, not what you want, what you deserve. And let's hope that it's not too far away. Because the other thing was that I wanted to just quickly have a look at these because when I look at those, to me, I feel like I need, out of all of the things, the bag was the last thing that sort of jumped out at me. The bookmark, we know the story of the bookmark and a diary. This looks like a diary or notepad diary. So there's a date. There's a date set here. In intentions, in a pictogram, this is setting the date for something to happen. So I, yeah, I think and I hope, because that's to do with I fell asleep, Sleeping Beauty. But these earrings, like if you look here, there's some very strange reflections in these earrings. They're domes, they're gold domes, so they reflect. Now, let's take a look at what they're reflecting. Because of course the witch would be using mirrors to reflect something. And that's the biggest we can go, I think. Um, that's the biggest we can go. To me, I don't know what you see. I will leave it. I'm going to leave that to you. I'll just leave it. To me, it kind of feels like there's an image in here. There's definitely a reflection, um, and I think can I? No, I can't turn. Why can't I turn these? I can't turn it upside down because, like, here, if you're able to do it at home, there's an image here that looks like a woman lying down. That looks like a woman, and that looks like a woman lying down. There's a light source, a very bright light source, which may be the flash, like when they do product shots like this. Um, let me just turn that off. When they do a photo shoot like this, you can see the light it's sort of coming from this angle. So there would be an umbrella with a spotlight in it, and it would have done a shot like that. It would have given off a shot. But there's highlights here so the thing that's interesting to me, the way that what's happened in this photo is, see here, there's four little highlights. So that plate, the light coming from this angle, the highlight should be here on this plate. Like, see how there's actually highlight here. Okay, this is a job for Mr. Sidley, I think. It's a little bit strange, I'm not sure what produced these four little dots of highlight. But there's someone that looks like something like a person standing there. I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely like something dark there and something dark here. But it's actually what this looks like. It looks, yeah. I'll leave it to you. When it looks like a woman lying down, and so when I thought about that, a woman lying down, I thought, is she sleeping? And then I remembered the bookmark. So, and that's all we have for those two. So that's these are the new pictures for this week. My friends, oh, what do you think? Yeah, just again, I'm not sure. Like I was just looking and I was looking at those reflections and I'm not sure. It's just that uh, it's I don't know if look to be honest, I don't know if they're I don't know if it's an intentional thing. I think the fact that they're too why would yeah, so you take off your earring like I need to look at photos. These earrings, I'm not sure. All right. Sorry, I'm just keep looking. I'm just looking and trying to but definitely this page is raspberry, the person. So these are all objects connected to raspberry or the intention is for raspberry. So we need to just keep an eye out. I hope, right, I hope that this message here, I'm just trying to pick my words. I'm just trying to pick my words carefully. I wonder if I still don't see Shapey. I don't see Shapey going to the UK. There's just something about it. What I want to say is I hope Catherine's okay. That's all I want. I think this kind of the gloves are off and this bag and the sleeping thing, the message that I got. Let me just I think it's time for let's do a read. Let's do an energy read. I need to turn the aircon on because it's really it's so humid. One second. Oh dear. I'm back. Okay. Penny high. Yeah, I just can't see. You know, if Shapey does have the balls to rock up to the UK, it's because so you know how what I will say, you know how I've always had this feeling that she was employed and she may have been employed by the boss, the big boss. I will say my prediction, well, how I'm going to read the situation if this happens. If she rocks up to the UK, it's because she feels confident. And why does she feel confident? Because no one hates her. Well, the most important person doesn't hate her. So that gives you a little bit of protection, doesn't it? She's not worried about raspberry. She might have an issue with there might be issues. Obviously, there are issues because the gloves are off. The gloves are off, mate. You know, if she does come back, on one level, I just can't. I would be totally embarrassed. I would be totally embarrassed to rock up to the UK. But this person does not feel things the way normal humans feel things. She's not embarrassed. So I think, whoops, let me just quickly, of course. I want to ask about the UK. Like, is she going to rock up? What's the energy about rocking up? Let me do this quickly, guys. Yeah, she'll definitely be booed out of town. Like, I mean, I'm sure people, but is she really? I don't. Is she really? Are people really? Look, I obviously a lot of yes, there would be a lot of people. I just can't see. I just can't visualize. I'm trying to visualize it, and I can't. I can't visualize it. But you know, I just she would have to have massive balls to go to England. But as I said to you, if she's employed, if that's part of her, if that's part of the job, and if the big guy has employed her, then she's going to feel totally comfortable going to see the boss. Royalty in reverse, purple energy, crown chakra, the crown. Purple energy in reverse. So it's not it's crown chakra, magnum opus, a great work of body and spirit. So I think physical and spiritual, like it'll be the completion. This energy is about finishing the job. Sorry, it was in reverse. So it hasn't, it needs to be, the energy needs to be turned upright, but like it's to do with crown chakra. It's to do with the crown. Who's wearing the crown? So maybe that's an indication that she, well, so if she does step foot in the UK, it's because the crown chakra, the crown, is she feels comfortable. It's giving her a lot of headaches. She's not, it's definitely, this is the Garden of Eden in reverse. It's not going to be peace of mind business. Like she's obviously, it's going to cause her a great deal of anguish going to the UK, stepping foot in the UK. So I think, yes, you're all right. Like you're all correct. She's going to get booed. People are not going to accept her, except the guy wearing purple on his head, the crown. But does he want? These cards are all upside down. So am I thinking about this the right way? She maybe she won't. She won't go. She won't go. The other thing that made me think that she won't go is because if she goes, she has to take the children. And if the children are not real, so there's going to be big breaking points here. Like there's going to be, it's unsustainable. What they're doing with the photos and all that, it's unsustainable. So I don't know. I'm really stuck that trying to work out what is going to happen, because it is Invictus, and she's gonna be itching. She's sitting there, just visualize her, people. She's sitting there in Montecito thinking about Invictus and the possibility that she won't be at Invictus to be photographed, etc. And her asshole is itching. She's scratching that raspberry bag of hers. That asshole is so itchy thinking about not being at the Invictus Games. Can someone hand her some lotion, some paw cream to put on her festa paw? Jeez. I'm gonna do one more. Just check. Adaptability. Well, that's upright. Yeah, she's doing a lot of work in the background about adaptability. The water's going to get very, very hot, and she may not cope. Like, I don't know if she is that adaptable. I don't know if she's that good an actress to be able to like rock up to the UK. Even if I read, let me read this another way, because I'm suggesting if she does go, then it's because the king wants her to, like she's got a relationship there. I could be wrong. Like, the way that these cards are upside down, I could have that all wrong, and that she could just have really giant balls to go. So that's possibly, because this to me is like the idea, the inspiration hasn't been delivered quite correctly. But anyway, let's see. Because how long have we got? Like, in the next couple of months, we're going to see some movement there. All right, people. It's coffee time, I think. I hope everyone's well and happy, and hope that went okay for today. Stay tuned. I need to do a couple of readings this week, but I was just unsure about the meditation video, like if it's blank, like if it's just voice. I'm going to try and find, because what I need to do is find something visual to put on the screen that doesn't doesn't affect copyright. Like, so because it's going to be a little while, I thought I might need a little bit of a movie or something. So I think I'll have that sorted during the week, and I'll start the meditation. So when you see the meditation video, what I want you to do, so there won't be much to look at. It might just be color screen. But what I want you to do is, when you see the meditation video will be designed for you. You'll probably need to take your phone or your tablet to bed with you, because, as I said, you're most likely going to fall asleep. So this is something that you take with you and have next to you while you're going to bed, and you do the meditation in bed, lying down, or on the floor next to you. And allow yourself, if you do, you may fall asleep, but you don't need to look at the screen. You just need to listen and follow my instructions, and visualize the the images as I talk to you. So yes, don't think that it's not something that you have to watch. It's actually something that you need to listen to. Yeah. So if I can't find anything, it'll probably just be a blank. Yeah, it'll probably just be blank. It might just be one image, actually, and it'll just go for the whole time. All right, my friends, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me this morning. And yes, stay tuned. All right, let me just quickly try and here we go. All right, take care, and I'll be with you very, very soon.